It seems like we are getting very close to YEAT'S new album 2093 or Lifestyle because we got new snippets, we got new trailers, so we're going to take a look at that today, so let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and it recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So quick recap over what's happened so far. YEAT posted some pictures that linked to an account called Lifestyle Corporation with the Y, obviously, Twizzy Rich language, the YEAT language, and on there he posted a trailer that was promoting something called 2093, and that was supposed to be this new album with a futuristic sound, with a dystopian future, all of that. And then he posted another trailer to this, which was about the Real Life program, which was to have an infinite, endless human life, so also playing into this dystopian future. But I might go into what we can expect from the sound of this, from the aesthetic on this, in another video, because he just said something in an interview about this too. But today we want to take a look at everything new that's happened from him in the rollout so far. So let's start with a new trailer on the Lifestyle Corporation Instagram account, because after the initial 2093 trailer, after the Real Life trailer, we now also have the Lifebot trailer, and all of this is kind of falling into place as different elements of this dystopian future, of this very bleak future that he's kind of aesthetically probably playing into also with the sound. But we got a snippet, we'll talk about it in a second, so we can kind of tell already what he's going for. And this new Lifebot program, so we got the Real Life program, now the Lifebot program. I think a couple of more steps to this lore are still coming, but the Lifebot program is about enhancing the human body, because you might not be satisfied with the body you got, so you can make yourself faster and stronger and better, whatever. So that's kind of the way that they're, approaching this as well. And this fits into the Real Life thing with infinite human life. And, at one part they also say it's not about making you be better or making you be more independent or free. It's about just making you the best human you can be, but probably then in turn being a slave to somebody. So it's all playing into the same theme of this 1984-esque type of dystopian future. So we got this trailer. This kind of means that they're gonna probably be rolling out a couple of more elements to the lore. As I've said in the previous videos, I love this. I love when artists have some sort of narrative or story or lore to an album. YEAT wasn't somebody that I thought was going to do this, but it really looks like, he's putting some work into this. So I'm really shout out YEAT, man. Now what I wanted to take a closer look at was a snippet that we got, because YEAT posted a snippet to his Instagram story, which is actually pretty long when it comes to the length of this. I think about a minute, and he captioned this with 2093 is coming, and then a percent thing, and then we have numbers, and then it says hashtag remind you. This is the story from Kirko. He kind of extracted this, so shout out Kirko. And so this means 2093 might actually be the album name. A couple of y'all still said in the other videos that it will be Lifestyle, but it seems like Lifestyle is now kind of like the label, Lifestyle Corporation thing, kind of like the whole company surrounding this. I don't know exactly where he's going with this from a business point of view or perspective, but Lifestyle might be the record label, and 2093 is now actually the album, what it's being called, which plays into this theme of it still dropping this year, because why would you call it 2093? If you're playing at something 70 years in the future, it wouldn't make sense to drop 2093 in 2024. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's talk about this snippet, because this was actually pretty cool. I really love this. I think this snippet is one of the best YEAT snippets we've gotten ever since probably the rollout for Afterlife. And we already got some pretty amazing snippets there. I mean, remember Split, something like that. So this means a lot, me saying this. And I think this whole very dystopian, very dark aesthetic sound that he's going for, also with the lowered voice, so that fits him really well. I think he did some of those elements already on Afterlife, and those were some of the best. I mean, people still listen to None Night Change. It's one of the most popular songs off of Afterlife, so it seems like people are also buying into this sound and not even necessarily the rage style that he kind of came up with, even though he's not departing from that fully. But he famously at one point said that he gets bored of the rage sound, or that he wants to surpass that. And I think he really can find his own, lane with this new dark dystopian sound that already some of the songs mentioned, None That Change, had on Afterlife. And I think this Lifestyle or 2093 is the next evolution in that process. But this particular song in this snippet is already sounding pretty fire, so I'm excited to hear what this actually sounds like when it's on the finished product. Now also, he gave an interview to O32C, a German magazine. Shout out O32C, man. They had him for a cover, which was pretty cool, and he said a couple of interesting things in that interview. I already mentioned that earlier, because he also talked a little bit about the aesthetic, even though nothing like of actual substance. He only said, oh yeah, dystopian stuff, 2093, kind of like what we already knew. So it wasn't like pretty interesting. But also one thing, I did want to kind of, get this into the video because there were so many headlines about it. But he talked about his alien encounter. He said that was dead ass. It was real. I won't go into much detail because I'm not sure if they want me to talk about this right now. The aliens, I will say one thing though, they are really tall and looked almost human. I remember everything on the night. It transpires second for second. I can tell the difference between a dream and reality, and I know I was awake. It's also my first memory. Everything before that feels fake. Sometimes I think I'm not even from here because I have dreams about other planets. And this was referencing one time he referenced having seen aliens when he was 11. So he's now saying the story is true. I don't know, bro. It might just all be marketing. It might just all be image. I don't think he's seen aliens. Like, come on. But anyway, he's playing into this whole mystery of this dystopian future of aliens being there. Him calling himself an alien. It fits the image. It fits the marketing, the PR, strategy of this whole thing. So you kind of makes sense for him to do that. But as I said, it was nothing that we didn't already know. But it's kind of interesting that he's now also going out to these magazines, doing cover shoots, doing interviews, which all seems like an effort to promote an upcoming album. As I said, the probability that this will drop still this year is really high, just based on the title, because it just makes sense if you take the last, number from the thing, because it's just this year now. So Yeat 2093 likely still dropping this year, which would mean in the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks, which is really exciting because that means we got a whole lot more to cover. Also got a Kanye album coming out. It's a pretty good December, I think. It's up for us. So let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think Yeat's seen aliens? What do you think about the new snippet? What do you think about the new trailer, the Lifebot trailer, the last of the 3 trailers we've gotten now? And what do you think this means for the aesthetic of the dystopian, futuristic sound that we get on this album? Let me know all your thoughts about this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.